Here, I've got the locally installed Cornerstone theme up in my IDE, which I'm using IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition. I've already initialized the CLI and launched the theme on localhost 3000, so I've got the local store pulled up in another window. Remember, you can find full documentation on the files we're about to see at stencil.bigcommerce.com/docs. The first piece we'll look at is the config.json file. This file sets the defaults for your theme's structure and appearance and has many functions. It lets you create theme variations and provides metadata about your theme, like its features and purchase price. It also lets you set global settings and variables, like font colors and image sizes, that can be used across the store. These variables can then be managed with the theme editor. We'll take a deeper dive into the theme editor in a later video. When creating a new theme, you can set information like the theme's name, purchase price, listed features, and documentation links at the top of the config.json file. I'll update this metadata now. Below the theme's metadata, you'll see Settings. This is where you can set display-oriented key names and values that are global to the theme. Variables like the ones shown here bring dynamic values into the framework. Sass uses these global variables to import the values. In a later video, we'll cover using these variables to add user options to the theme editor, but here we can see some default hex color values assigned to variables for different parts of the homepage carousel. I can pull up one of the SCSS files for the carousel and see the variable here that pulls in that hex color. In config.json, I'll update the default color for the carousel title to blue. This propagates to the CSS file, and now in my browser window I can see the change reflected on the local store. You can create custom variables in config.json as well. Farther down in the config file, you should see Variations. Here, you can create style variations for your theme. You can set things like each variation's name, demo store URL, and which industries the variation is optimized for. You can also create variation level settings to set your variation-specific defaults for things like fonts and colors. If you want to preview your variation on your local store, launch the CLI with the stencil start v command.